Andrew Cuomo is charged with a crime. The former governor now facing a misdemeanor for allegedly groping a woman at the governor's mansion. But will he land in handcuffs?
Tracking the heaviest rainfall on its way tonight, gusty winds as well.
From braids to blowouts to bows, New York Live shows us fall's latest hair trends that you can do from the comfort of your own home. This is News 4 Now for October 29th. I'm Adam Cooperstein. The Albany County Sheriff says former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo will not be handcuffed, but will be fingerprinted and arrested. Cuomo is charged with forcible touching. The criminal complaint dates back to last December and says the incident was in the governor's mansion where Cuomo placed his hand, quote, under the blouse and onto the intimate body part of his victim. It doesn't specifically identify the victim, but it does mirror accusations raised by the governor's former aide, Brittany Commisso. She allegedly said that Cuomo hit on her and groped her in the executive mansion. Cuomo resigned in August after a state investigation found that he sexually harassed 11 women, including current and former staffers. Cuomo says he has never assaulted anyone. Legal experts say the previous case could impact Cuomo's current issues.
Rarely does a prosecutor or a sheriff's department get a blueprint, an outline from the Attorney General's office into how to prosecute a person, replete with witnesses and documents and everything else they may need. That was a goldmine to potential prosecutors and law enforcement.
Attorney General Letitia James also weighed in. She investigated the claims that prompted Cuomo's resignation, and she said, quote, the criminal charges brought against Mr. Cuomo for forcible touching further validate the findings in our report. After a bill signing Friday morning, current Governor Kathy Hochul said she supports the women involved, but it's a legal situation that she is avoiding.
I'm not getting involved because there are so many issues swirling around right now, and that is up for the individuals who have all the information, and I'll just be making sure that I protect the women in our workforce and believe the women who came forth in the past.
In response to the charges, Cuomo's lawyer says this is, quote, not professional law enforcement, this is politics, and again said Cuomo did not assault anyone. The former governor faces up to a year behind bars or 3 years probation and will face a judge November 17th. There's finally closure in the search for a missing New Jersey woman who disappeared in Southern California back in June. That's after a coroner made a positive ID on human remains found earlier this month. The remains are those of Lauren Cho. Investigators found her remains in the rugged terrain of Yucca Valley in San Bernardino County. That's about 30 miles north of Palm Springs. Cho had been staying nearby with friends of her ex-boyfriend in a rental home when she disappeared. Now her family is waiting to learn the cause of her death. New York City lawmakers are considering a bill that would require restaurants to disclose how much added sugar is in their food. It's called the Sweet Truth Act, and it would focus on chain restaurants with 15 locations or more. The restaurants would be required to add an icon to their menu, alerting customers if an item contains more than 1 day's worth of added sugar.
This is a proven strategy which worked for calorie counts, worked for sodium in the menu item, and now we need it for added sugar.
The bipartisan legislation already has multiple co-sponsors. Remember the 7 p.m. cheers for healthcare workers? Those nurses from Lenox Hill Hospital now are bringing back the tradition with the message, essential, not invincible. They honor the sacrifices made by New York's nurses throughout the pandemic.
Hi there, I'm Storm Team 4 meteorologist Maria LaRosa. Leading up to another messy end to the week, showers, even a few thunderstorms possible as we get to late tonight. So be ready if you have to be out and about. A lot going on this weekend. Maybe it's starting this evening. You can see by about dinner time some showers, but it's that heavy, steady, flash flood producing rainfall that comes later between 9-10 o'clock from northern Jersey into the city, moving into the Hudson Valley, Long Island, and Connecticut after that. Quickly diminishing to just some showers by tomorrow morning, but they'll be persistent through the day, even a few areas of rainfall, even as late as tomorrow night. Those winds really picking up, peaking in that 30 to 40 mile per hour range as that heaviest rain comes through. Those two will diminish a bit by tomorrow, but left over some clouds, some showers for tomorrow morning. Temperatures dipping back down into the 50s. We'll see 54 for the low in the city.
Braids, bows, there are a lot of fresh ways to change up your hair routine for fall, and New York Live takes a look at the DIY approach for this season's top hair trends.
If your daily hair routine is feeling repetitive, get excited because today I'm meeting up with celebrity stylist Sarah Potempa at Refinery Hotel to learn how to DIY all of the latest hair trends.
With our first model, we're gonna talk all about shiny, beautiful hair. So we're looking at how to do a nice, simple blowout that's healthy for your hair to get shiny, voluminous waves.
Okay, so what's next?
Okay, so next on you, we're gonna do a really cool look. We're gonna do 2 mini braids and we're gonna add some extensions for length.
Love it. And then what's last?
Okay, so last, we're seeing these oversized scarves, oversized scrunchies. So I'm gonna show you how to recreate various looks with a scarf and your natural texture. So the way to achieve the perfect blowout is actually to roll it and set it. So we roll them under, we clip them in with the silver clips, and you allow it to fully cool. So do this first and then your makeup. Take a nozzle on the end of your blow dryer and you wanna point it parallel to the brush instead of like this. If you do this, you're causing more frizz. And then you're gonna see you get a really nice bounce and then we're gonna brush them out. So this is what I did on musician Jordan Jones. So I took the extension, the single piece, I put it right here at the base, and you're just incorporating that extension directly into the braid to make the braid longer. So if you have layers in front and you're like, I can't do that trend because I have layers, this is great. So the trend is this is hanging down, but the classic style, we're just bring that back and you instantly have like a boho chic look. So what we're gonna do today on Tatiana's hair is bring it up, show you how to incorporate accessories. We have this beautiful scarf. So you wanna take the hair directly from above the ear. So we're gonna lay this one over, and then we're gonna take the other one and bring it up. We're gonna actually put the bow in the back here, and then when we open this up, it's kind of nice incorporated in. It's got kind of a subtle blend in there, and then you kind of see it as you turn to the side.
Well, Sarah, as always, all of these looks are so fabulous. Thank you for all of these magical tips and tricks. I can't wait to incorporate them all on my own head.
Thousands come to a Long Island charity for help each week, but over the last 2 years, thieves have also been visiting. Catalytic converters have been stolen from 6 trucks that the charity uses to pick up food for needy families. But now, new video could help bring these thefts to an end. News 4's Greg Sergel has the story from Bellport.
Surveillance video captured a guy on a bike believed to be the thief who targeted a truck parked outside this religious charity in Bellport last week.
He brought his tools with him, snuck under the truck.
The Lighthouse Mission's Howie Mann says that thief wanted a truck part, the catalytic converter, and he spent an hour cutting it out before escaping. It was the 6th time that same part has been stolen from a Lighthouse Mission truck over the last 2 years.
Once again, Satan is coming against us and he's attacking our vehicles.
In this video plea for help, the charity's pastor explained how security cameras, alarms, even metal cages under the trucks have failed to stop the thieves.
It's been difficult. These guys are smart. When things like this happen, you take a hit.
Mann says replacing the catalytic converter can cost up to $3,000, and the charity's insurance company, he says, will no longer cover the thefts. More obstacles for a charity that says it struggles to feed 3,000 people every week.
Stop doing it, because we're trying to help your family that lives right in the neighborhood.
The number of catalytic converter thefts has been up all across our area. The NYPD reports close to 2,200 this year alone, up from around 500 the year before.
This is not a new issue.
This repair shop owner says catalytic converters are valuable because they're made with 3 precious metals used to limit a vehicle's exhaust emissions.
When the metals and everything else about 6 months to a year ago skyrocketed, that's when it became an issue.
Suffolk police are now investigating the thefts in Bellport, but Howie Mann, for one, isn't praying for an arrest.
I just want to help this guy. Don't want to see his life ruined even more than it is now.
Greg Sergel, News 4 New York.
Thank you so much for joining us here on News 4 Now. We'll see you right back here next time.